that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Swift again on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions. Another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Samaje Perine, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he'll work down inside the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's got this down to the 35. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And a solid run down inside the 30.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw there complete to Allen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
First down, Seattle.
Mayfield. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Here's Stafford. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give right side Swift. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's on the guard, David Edwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Swift on the counter. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 99 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, here comes Swift. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Their catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now a toss for Swift left side. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Mayfield now. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return from the Detroit touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got Allen. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Seattle.
Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Now Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mayfield. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
pressure again, and down he goes again. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And some room to roam now.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
Brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
From the gun, here's Swift.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Running is Swift.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield returning right back to Lockett. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Seahawks first down.
Now back to throw. This complete to Lockett. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Fan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Mayfield with it once more.
He completes this to Walker.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal, and that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Stafford and the Lions now having 1st and 10 at the 20.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there for Detroit. And even 70 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Swift.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield, and Walker has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Detroit, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as